Hello, and this is the Crypto Day Morning, 17th day of September 2018. Welcome. My name is Derek. All trades, bets, and of the like within one's own risk reward. Bitcoin priced in at 64.45 US is trading within this 18 average band. Just hanging in there from this small little rally. We take a look at this on a 400 minute term time frame. We can see that from this big move down, like a water slide move. So several days going higher and about a little over a day going lower. I've drawn some lines in here which represent the key resistance and support, which will look better on the single hour time frame. We can see that it's just been stuck in this range, and right now it's showing a situation within the last 9 or 10-ish periods where we've seen, starting a timestamp 1 a.m. Eastern time, weakness amongst the 18 average, which kept going for 4 periods. It hung in there closing at such. Little bit of a downtrend and having many of these lines or price movements going lower. Ultimate one here at 5 in the morning, but we can see how this failed breakdown goes up here, turning into a failed breakout, and now showing a situation of rejecting the 5 a.m. rally with the red candle down, hanging in there within the 18 in this current one. With 32 minutes remaining, it is 8:27 a.m. Eastern time, showing weakness amongst it, looking as if it's wanting to go lower. Several times this has been a level of support, but we also got this previous mark down here about 83.50, and this is all short-term mumbo jumbo. There's not much more to go over as far as Bitcoin is concerned. Let's move on next to the stock market. Dow Jones Industrial Averages showing a situation within its daily chart, 18 average, finding support successfully here, starting to leave such an event. When we take a look at this on a triple day term time frame, right in within its all-time highs, and I'm sure other markets, I heard something, maybe the S&P I think broke its highs, but it's showing a possible breakout sign in here. I'm feeling long term that if this general area of about 24,000 is an area of major resistance, and if it's not going to be so, and this is super long-term analysis too, that hyperinflation would probably come into play, or another word of saying that this stock market should basically be looking for about a 10x gain over a 5 to 20 or 25 year period. That's what I was kind of thinking. Now this is just me just doing number crunching and such, but this to me being a very long-term resistance level. There is a lot of data available with the Dow Jones, as this goes back to 1915, and it's been nothing but up, but fiat currency. How much did a bag of chips, a pound of sugar, how much did eggs cost, how much did roast beef and all that stuff cost over and over throughout the years? The prices of things, houses, big one, have just continued to grow higher. With gold and silver, you would hardly notice as much, at least with silver, because $14.16 an ounce, a price many, many years ago that I got well above, which was $50, and that was in 1980. But one reason why I like to hold the physical silver, not the any type of digital form, although if it was in the crypto space, I probably would, but at least why I hold the physical silver is because I realize the price has been, still is, and will still continue for a while to be manipulated towards the downside. Within its chart, it has broken down below the 18 average, testing the previous support from 2015 at the end of that year. And we'll see how this area holds through. Daily chart, this thing has been going nothing but straight down. It's up about 20 cents from its lows, but that doesn't mean anything. But there's a straight down movement as far as gold is concerned. There's its big down move. Been a little bit more sideways recently, which within the gold to silver ratio It has been two waves higher, one from the 75 and again from the 78 handle on August the 9th. So a little over a month of this going basically straight up. And 3-day time frame, well, according to this, it's at some very interesting highs. Let's take a look at this on the monthly, because I think this has been close to 100 before. But we're right back to, according to this anyway, 2008 highs, 2003 highs. Now, a difference here is every single time it fell from this level, it had a good pullback down here to this high, massive pullback to this high. Yeah, not much of a pullback here, back to the high. So that brings in the interesting dynamic of testing a major key level after having a normal good correction. It's the type of pattern one would be looking for. If you scroll back to the start of January 16, yeah, what would be ideal if you're looking at a bullish setup is come back to this area where it came from here at about 70, which it did, and then do something like this. That's just a beautiful setup. We can see many periods showing strength amongst the 18, then this little bit of movement here, a few red candles down to the 18 lows, and then just, of course, taking this set. Now, this is monthly charts, so this is long-term analysis, but this could lead to a pop that could bring this to 100-to-1 ratio. And in a situation like that, that would most likely mean we're seeing silver probably back down below into single-digit territory or below 10 an ounce. Interesting if that happens. I don't know if it will or if it could. I don't know. But technical analysis within this ratio does not show any bearishness much at all, or at least it looks as if it's good for one more leg higher. Let's quickly finish this off with some some altcoins that I at least crosses that I'm trading. One being app coins, APPC crossed against BNB. This to me is your classic double bottom, 2 U's, 2 V's, however you want to do it, but there's one of them here to this high, another one. It's now back to this level. It has microscopically broken above it. That's not enough for me to state that's a break above. It's a matching high, and it's, if you want to say that it's barely got above it, that shows a little bit of strength. I really need to see it hold this key area here for me to tell me that this is the valid move, because I mentioned within the ratio how ideally what I would like to see. Well, let's just talk about ideally then. So let's talk about what I would like to see is maybe for a move to come in here and then show some sort of pattern like this. That would be the type of ideally bullish situation, but it's also at a situation or a spot where you've seen 2 fantastic days higher, and therefore it could continuously have those moves. Within the 400-minute time frame, it's just now finishing off an explosive period. How is it going to react? I've seen several situations where you get one big move followed by another one, sometimes even larger. Maybe it's going to settle down, meet within this 18, come back to where it came from at the 869 handle. But that's just one coin that I think might have the potential to go. Red coin is another one. This is the daily term. And within such, you can see all these continuous down moves. This is the type of market action that, well, it's been happening for within a lot of different coins, grinding its way lower against the price of Bitcoin, and essentially oftentimes against the dollar as well. But looking at this on, this case, a Bitcoin cross, it's went down to about 31. Now it's at 57, so decent volatility. But what's the market done? Several days going sideways within the band. There's a green candle breakout, and then after that, it has just mainly went sideways through time, constructively. Now, I got a couple lines in here. They don't mean anything on a technical analysis, although if you look at this, say, from the single-hour time frame, let's even do something like the 400-minute, actually. It might look a little bit better. Yeah, it does. Then you were seeing, okay, well, that's the support resistance levels. And I guess they could be, but for me, I don't trade much on Bittrex, but this is one that I do. And I realized that unless the market goes up to 63 or down to 51, I'm not going to get a trade in because my highest buy order, and I got several, 51, 48, then maybe around 45 or 44, then again around about 3 basis points per move. Same thing on the upside, 63, maybe around 67 after that, as the price increases would move from like 3 to 4 per move. Then later on, I would go as the percentage moves get higher. So I'm trading every 4 points. It would then go to every 5.6 points when markets go higher. But I realize my lowest sell order is 63. And unless I see it's able to cross it anytime soon, there's no need to log in because no trade is being done. There's only 2 codes I'm currently trading on that site, with the other one being THC. And I didn't think I did put a line in there. So I was going to say I probably didn't put my sell order line in. I know I didn't have a buy order line in here, but no need for me to log in until it gets to 545 because that's where my sell order next would come in. My last 2 trades was a sell at about 500, 488-ish or so. Before that, I bought at 400 even, 401 or something like that. So I bought at the low bottom here and sell up here. I don't got a buy order again until a break of these lows, for it's in a bear market. And selling at about 500 basically. The last low is 400. Yeah, you know what? It could go there and make a new low. But if I'm going to buy back in what has been in a downtrend, I'm going to make sure I want to get a quote-unquote better deal. So I'm not going to be looking to buy, and I think I got my buy order probably close to about 340. And at that point there, I'm waiting for either side of the play. If I hit a 545 sale, then I would start to think, okay, this market looks like it might be trying to revert a trend. I'm going to need to see it hold a significant area, which would most likely be somewhere around here about 460. Like a deepest level, 450. And that's what I'm looking for, because that deepest level that I needed to hold would be where I would probably place my buy order if I sell at 545. And then I would place, a lot of times I'll place 3 sell orders. So before, I would have maybe one at 545 now, maybe one somewhere around 760. And then I guess you could even do more. I would say you could put maybe another one in around 1,300 and change, even up towards 1,400. And then an insane one, whatever you got left, 20,000 Satoshi, 25,000, 15,000, and then sell it all there, because if in any quick moment that it goes there, if the price action has buyers getting to that point, I have no problem selling all of it at that time, realizing something fishy is going on, and it's probably going to be one of those just spike moves that will come back down. But regardless of the fact, if I make a sell order here, I'm going to remove all my previous sell orders, place new ones in. Okay, so I sell at 545. I'll look to sell maybe next at about probably 625, meeting up with this support, but more importantly, that would be about 80 basis points higher. That'd be about 12, 13%. And those are the type of numbers that I like to look at as well. So that will be it for today's video. And have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.